Captain Forest here, bringing you guys another Death Battle prediction video. In today's Death Battle prediction video, I'll be going over a little bit about the next Death Battle, which is Kratos versus Asura. Now, I'm not super knowledgeable on both these combatants, but I do have enough knowledge to give my thoughts. I've heard things in the power scaling community. I know some of their abilities and some of their stats and various ways where you can power scale both these combatants. But anyway, it's a prediction video. It's not necessarily a power scaling video, so I won't really dive into too much, but I'm just going to give my thoughts overall. Now, when it comes to Kratos, especially with, God of War, how the scaling works, especially with some things about creation, how it works. There's some multiversal plus 5D arguments. There's some 6D arguments you can make. I even heard potential outerversal stuff for God of War. But personally, I definitely have Kratos up there. He's very powerful. Now with Asura, from Asura's Wrath, easily we see him being able to punch away planets and stars just casually. And he was able to pretty much, battle one of the deities, pretty much the god of the verse. And there's some arguments about some dimensionality tiering for him, easily being around the universal plus to potential low multiversal. So even when you use higher end scaling for both these combatants, I definitely think Kratos would lean a little bit higher in comparison to Asura. So when it comes to AP, I definitely think Kratos will, be awarded the AP department, and based off the cosmology and the things that I've seen. Now when it comes to speed, easily Asura has MFTL plus, easily some billions of times into MFTL plus, very fast, especially his fight against the the deity. I'm not very knowledgeable on their names, but I've basically seen the cutscenes and the fights. So easily some finite speed scaling and some potential arguments with infinite speed with him climbing up the tower. So there's variations of arguments for his speed. Kratos heard many variations of his speed: immeasurable, infinite, finite speed scaling. So you could honestly say Kratos is faster, or they're relative. Now, again, Asura likes to hit hard, has many ways to inflict a lot of punishment to his opponent, has different forms. Now, what makes Kratos very dangerous in this fight is his gear. He has the blades of Chaos, blades of Olympus, claws of Hades, blades of Athena. If he reminds me a little bit like Ratchet and Clank, just a massive assortment of weaponry, and they're all dangerous. They're very hacksy, conceptual hacks, petrification, soul hacks, existence erasure. One of his blades, if memory serves me correct, it has it's very hot, temperature, it's hotter than pretty much the hottest suns in the universe. So if Asura was to get hit by that, that'd definitely cook him. There's just loads of ways where Kratos could pretty much take down Asura, and it's all based off a lot of the weaponry. And I think that when it comes to those dangerous hacksy weapons, I think Asura is going to have a tough time dealing with that, especially with his lack of resistances. So from my interpretation and how I would pretty much go about this matchup, I see Death Battle awarding Kratos the victory more often than not. And if I was to do this myself, if I was to fully immerse myself in both these combatants and do my own versus matchup, I would say Kratos would win more often than not. So that's my thoughts. I think Kratos takes this way too strong, way too many nasty weapons to deal with Asura. Even if let's say we downplayed Kratos, Asura would still have to deal with the weaponry, and even in equal stats, let's say both these combatants had the same AP and speed, I still think Kratos would cook with his gear. But anyway, that's my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Who do you think would win more often than not? And who do you think will win the next death battle? Anyway, Captain Forrest, signing out, peace.